It's officially the second half of a long season, and the Broncos are hoping to make a new start when they travel to Nashville Sunday to face the Tennessee Titans. Before we get to this week's news, do me a favor and please subscribe to the channel, MHR Live, and hit the like button. It will help us all. Hey Broncos Country, I'm Lori Lattimore-Volkman, and this is your MHR Roundup. It's been just 2 weeks since the Broncos played a game, but it feels like there are more players on the injured list than before the bye. With Bradley Chubb traded away to the Dolphins, Randy Gregory still questionable to come back, Baron Browning out with a hip injury, and Nick Bonito questionable with an illness, the Broncos are looking pretty thin at edge.
Yeah, no, it's a big loss. You know, Bradley was a very good player. He's a great teammate. He brought a lot to our team on the field and intangible-wise. He's a big guy that's athletic and could play the run game, could rush the passer. You know, everyone's got to be ready to step up. You know, Nick and Coop. Everybody. You know, D-line, it's a collective effort to try to replace him.
And that's bad news, given that Ryan Tannehill, the starting quarterback who's been out the past 2 weeks, is expected back on Sunday. Though the Titans are missing a true threat at wide receiver, Ryan Tannehill does have the ability to push the ball down the field, which the Broncos defense would prefer, given that its pass defense has been elite. No team has ever allowed less than 9 yards per completion over the course of a season, but so far, after 8 games, the Broncos are allowing just 8.5 yards per completion. That is an elite pass defense.
7-0 Jaguars. They look for more. Lawrence with a designed roll, runs to his right, throws the ball that is intercepted right at the goal line by the Broncos. And maybe that's what they need. That's Justin Simmons, his first interception of the season.
Yeah! Yeah! That's how you make a play, Jay!
Hell of a play. I owe y'all.
Unfortunately, this defense hasn't been as successful against the run. Although most of the stats lean toward 2 big plays that gashed the Broncos' run defense, Ejiro Evero admits it still needs improvement.
Really, the one thing is the 2 big plays. You know, we had the big one against the Jets, and then the 49-yarder last week. I think it was 49, but yeah, I mean, so you take those out. You know, obviously you can't take them out of the stats, but the run defense doesn't look as bad. You know, but at the end of the day, we got to minimize those explosives and do a better job from that standpoint.
Yes, they do, because if there's a strength to the Titans' offense, it is absolutely the run game, as they boast the strongest running back in the NFL right now with Derrick Henry.
3 rushing touchdowns at the end of the last drive. And here he goes again. Derrick Henry on the run. He got stopped for a moment, but he keeps going. Henry inside the 30, all the way to the 23-yard line.
As it will start up front trying to stop him, but it's going to take a collective effort to halt the 6'4", 250-pound running back.
Yeah, you know, it really starts up front. We got to do a heck of a job hitting blocks and really trying to control the line of scrimmage. And, you know, like you said, he's a great player, and we got to get a lot of people to the party. You know, you just don't want one guy trying to tackle him consistently. So we got to run to the ball, we got to hit blocks up front and play that type of game.
And that type of game is going to be an old school, in the trenches slugfest between the 2 teams.
I mean, you said it. I mean, they're an unbelievably physical football team. That's what they pride themselves on. That's how they run the ball. That's how they do everything from defense, offense, and special teams also. I mean, they bring it, and it's something you point out to the team. You let them know that these guys are going to bring it every single down. They love contact. They love being physical. They pride themselves in that, and it's a challenge for our entire team to go against a very, very good physical football team.
But it likely will be up to the Broncos' offense to really win this game. Both defenses are strong and will mitigate the damage from either offense. The offense that has the upper hand will be the one that wins the game. And the Broncos haven't shown a lot of consistency at having the upper hand. But fortunately, this week the Broncos get a much depleted Titans defense. Following a huge defensive battle against the Chiefs where they just came out on the losing end, the defense has been decimated. The Titans starters at tackle, edge, linebacker, and safety are all out with injury, giving the Broncos an opening, but it still won't be easy.
Yeah, they're a challenge not only in the run game, the pass game. They get after everyone up front. big physical guys that can keep their pads down. It's going to be a great challenge for our offensive line, great challenge even at their linebacker level of being able to get on these guys. Really physical defense across the board. You can't look at one position and say, well, this is a unit you can pick on. So it's going to be a great challenge for our guys up front.
As always, it will be primarily up to Russell Wilson to make this game a W for the Broncos.
I think every game matters, obviously now. It always does. And you got to have a playoff mentality right now. And you're playing a great football team, the Tennessee Titans. They do a lot of great things across the board. We got to be at our best, and we got to bring our A game.
There's been a lot of stupid conversation this week around Russell Wilson wearing a wristband in the London game. Thank you, Pete Carroll. You're an idiot.
I don't know exactly what he said, but I think won a lot of games there without one on the wrist. And I didn't know winning or losing mattered if you wore a wristband or not. But
thankfully, Wilson has essentially ignored the bait, saying only that they need to concentrate on what they really need to do better, and that is third down. And to get to a better, more manageable third down, they have to do better on first and second down. He's not wrong.
I think your first and second down got to be great. It allows you to be, in those situations more times than not. I think it allows you to get in that rhythm as an offense and everything else. So that's something that I think that we're really focused on, is just making sure that, every down is the most important down of the day. And every time you step in the huddle, we got to believe and understand that this play is the one that matters. I mean, you never know what play is going to be the one. That's why I always talk about those game-altering plays. You want to be able to capitalize on those. Yeah, I think we're super confident in what we're doing and where we're going. Our mentality. The guys have really put the work in. I know it hasn't been exactly what we've wanted to be. It hasn't been, everything that you're dreaming up to be it right away. But it doesn't mean that's not going to end in the right way we want it to either. So you focused on the next task, the next moment, and let's go be great.
Okay, Broncos, you heard the man. Go be great. And get a win. So we can ride. I want to keep saying it. Hurry up.